willing to watch this and listen to me. So this is a quick presentation on why I like to use creative tasks and performance tasks. So there are a couple of reasons why. One, it's all about synthesis, and I think this is a higher order thinking skill. It's definitely takes students beyond just telling you what you told them about the text, because it makes them find creative ways to express what they understand about it. Um, the idea is that it elevates their thinking through critical and knowledgeable interpretation. What I'm trying to say here is that just because a task is creative does not by any means make it easy or make it less dependent on the students sharing knowledge about the text. And finally, it gives students a chance to use visuals and therefore interpret them, and to recognize the ways that digital images can affect the way people perceive things. This is not always what we do, but it's part of it. I like blogs, and I like them because they allow students to engage with each other. This is particularly useful right now when we're doing a lot of distant learning. So by having a page with links to students' work, students get to see what each other are doing, they get to comment on each other's work, they get to show interest in each other's ideas. They also have the opportunity to ask each other questions, which I think is essential. They also get to think about how other students are doing their interpretations. So they get to look at each other's perspectives as well as their own. The other thing I like to do besides teaching with blogs is to teach through performance. And the idea of using performance is that, for one thing, when they learn by performing, every student gets those words in their mouth. This is, I think, very important for teaching Shakespeare, but it's also super important when we're working with poems. Um, if students have to say the words, if they have to say them and understand them, interpret them, share them with other students, they understand the work. Um, it also guarantees, well, or at least makes it more likely that students are going to be heard. And through skillful teaching, we can make sure that their voices are honored and amplified. And we also, if we're working in collaborative groups, say we're doing a class production of a scene or a series of scenes from a play, students authentically and purposefully collaborate with each other. And that collaboration, I think, A, leads to better understanding because students are sharing their ideas, and B, leads to a better classroom environment because the teacher largely can get out of the way and watch the students come up with their own ideas. Okay, so here's some resources that I'm talking about. One, this is an article by Miriam Gilbert. She's a scholar. It's an excellent article that explains some of the value of teaching using performance. The Folger Library, the Folger Shakespeare Library in Washington, D.C., is a wonderful resource. And this, I'll actually take you to this link just because it's cool. So the Folger.edu website has all kinds of um, really cool resources for students, and there's this whole teach and learn section where they talk about different things that you can do. They also have sample lessons. If you join, you get even more. Um, and if you ever have a chance to go to a Folger workshop, I would very much recommend doing it. Um, so back here, oh, we also have these. I'm sorry, it's so professional. All right, we also got there are I posted my own blog assignments, and then these are the different. These are my blogs, which have links to all the students' work, and from my English class and from my theory of knowledge classes. And then these are some students that have done some really remarkable work over the years. These are most of these are now they're like 4 years old. I really need to update them because I have more recent things that are also terrific. But these will give an idea of some really cool things that students have done in the past that show understanding and appreciation for texts. This link here, in addition to having like some of the tasks that I ask students to do over the course of the year, towards the bottom here, it has links to other resources. Um, but it also has a link to, this is a presentation I did once upon a time. It was with the Folger Shakespeare Library at the NCTE conference, and it talks about this idea of making mashups. So asking for the students to take lyrics from a song and combine them with something that they've understood before. So anyway, these work pretty cool. And there's a link to old examples as well. Um, yeah, these are just some that I like a lot. So anyway, I hope you enjoy some of these ideas. Follow the links and look around. And I hope I didn't bore you too much with this little action. Thanks a lot for watching.